Robert Ucky here. Welcome to episode 24 of the German campaign in Close Combat 3. If you're new to the channel or not yet subscribed, why don't you take a moment and click the subscribe button, like the video, and turn on notifications. The Russian counterattack hasn't been going their way so far. I intend to maintain the dominance we have displayed and defeat them in place. Alright, so we do have 104 points, but it also looks like everybody needs rest. And we're obviously not going to do that. But we are going to retire Andy's Raiders, and we're going to rename Waldo to Andy's Raiders, because Andy's Raiders is supposed to be a mortar team. And then that leaves us 126, so we're going to take the best tank we can get. So Panzer IV. We're going to take the F2 just in case we get the opportunity to upgrade it to a Tiger. And it's going to become Waldo, since that's who we replaced. And I think that wraps this up, and we're ready to move on because we're not going to rest anybody. We're just going to fight like this and hope for the best. All right, we are also going to keep the same strategy I had the last time we were here. We're going to split some of the tanks north, some of them south. But first, I remembered we are going to compare the effectiveness of the various tanks. So unfortunately, we didn't do this sooner when they were actually green. But here's a comparison of Graf von Bonhoeffer compared to Jorge, compared to Hugh Jorgen, Marigotis. And then let's lock him, and we'll just kind of mouse around. So like looking down here at the anti-tank effectiveness, we can kind of see how the bars jump. So like Graf von Bonhoeffer, and then actually Jorge Castillo's not too bad. Like, you can kind of see the difference between him and Marigotis. Oh, here I am forgetting Costa. I forgot to throw him up there. Let's put him up here real quick. And like I said, like I should have done this comparison sooner, but you can kind of see how the bars move. What's interesting is it's not just like the effectiveness decreases linearly as you get further out. Like, some of them are actually better at 8 than they are at 4 and 16. But like, I don't know, just it jumps weird. So I'm guessing that's kind of based on like their skill and what their engagements have been. But like they don't just decrease the further out you go. But I should have done that when they were more green, and it's taken me multiple attempts to remember to do this. So once more, we are going to get these guys split. I'm going to have Stransky down here to support the guys in the south, and then make sure that they're actually hidden. They're not going to just get shot. And then we're going to put a couple up to the north. But remembering how it went last time, my guys up north actually did struggle a little bit to get line of sight, just the way the hills roll. And so I'm going to have only 2 Tigers up there and 3 of them down in the south, just because I think the 3 in the south will have the straighter, cleaner line of sight. So we'll put Hugh Jorgen up here, and I am also going to remember that they had trouble getting around the trench. So instead of trying to just drive them over the trench, Hugh Jorgen will kind of need to go north of it. Marigotis will need to go south of it. And Waldo, I don't think I'm really worried about moving, just because he is in the Mark IV. So we'll see what happens with him, but he's kind of just here for support and taking up space at the moment. But at these ranges, like 300 meters, fighting all of the big baddie tanks, I'm a little bit concerned about putting him toe-to-toe with like a Sherman across the map or something like that. So we're still going to have the Tigers be the primary focus, but we do have 3 up top. We do have 3 down below. Brunner probably not getting in the fight. He kind of needs to stay where he is to keep all of the infantry and all of the tanks in his circle of influence. I think we're pretty well set, but you know what? I didn't go through and do any hotkeys. I'm slacking. I got talking to you guys. I got distracted. Time to hotkey these bad boys. I don't want to get in there and be like, why can't I call on this tank? Only bad thing is I didn't really pay attention to what order I did it, so I'm still not going to know which tank's which. That's not the way to go. Okay, we already got 1 tank lined up. We can't identify it. Oh, okay, we got infantry on us. Munat, do your thing. I'm not overly concerned about the tank just because I know my armor is hidden. Let's see. Maybe we drop a mortar? Nah, like, we don't know where they went. Let's save it for a minute. Okay, it is a Sherman. So we do need to watch out for that infantry, though, because we know that they're not dead. So I am going to move all these tanks up simultaneously. We got a second one that just popped up as well. Okay, Sherman down here, T-34 up there. One of our guys is already engaging the T-34. Okay, you guys target the Sherman. He's actually a threat. Okay, that's what we want to see. All right, now you can target the T-34. Let's roll the north tanks up. I would have done that simultaneously, but I needed to get them on target. So now we're going to get them up there before we get more visitors. They already want a truce. Mortars inbound. Who are they mortaring, though? Yep, it is our infantry. All right, you guys need to hide. No, not defend. Actually, you need to hide. Hide. There we go. Wrong button. Had to go to the menu. Second tank. Okay, so that's a threat. We do need to get the 122 targeted. Any of you guys see it? There we go. We got 2 hits on the T-34. Wait, is it a T-34 or was it a 122 up there also? I would have sworn it was a T-34. And we got the infantry back. Hang on. Bigger priorities. Our tank is right on top of them. Okay. Graf von Bonhoff took one. It was a T-34. I was right the first time. It's now immobilized. We still haven't done anything to the 122 yet. Hit it again. Alright, Hugh Jorgen did kill all the infantry that was underneath him. 122 is immobilized. Their mortar is still firing, but we don't really know where it's coming from. We're going to put mortars on this, not because we're going to kill it, but maybe because he's immobilized, we can get him to bail out. So it's kind of a hope that either he'll bail out or we'll kill him while he's contemplating it. And we did give him the dilemma. He is not targeting the tank straight across from him. He is presenting his side armor to them, and he's pointing up at the other ones, and then he got immobilized that way. And he is taking a beating, though. I mean, we've hit him half a dozen times. 5 tanks. Somebody blow him up. Another hit. Okay, we got another tank up top. KV-1. I am retargeting the KV-1 with our guys up north just because I don't want him to just sit and shoot at us. KV-1 immobilized. Munat has taken a casualty. All right. 122 is destroyed. Everybody get back on defend. Come on. I actually am surprised that the KV-1's taking that many hits. All right. Everybody says it's no longer a threat. They must have bailed out. T-34 flame is burning. I don't even know where that was. All right, time to move these tanks up a little bit. And we're not going all the way. We are going to send infantry with them. My concern is I don't want to just rush in there, but also that I have the opportunity to take the moment and try and capture a flag or two with infantry units and kind of boost up their morale, kind of boost up their skill sets. And we obviously can tell all of our tanks, while some of them are better than others, all of our tanks are actually doing pretty good. So let's give some of our infantry a chance. Let's support them with the armor. Let's play it kind of careful because, you know, anything could still happen. I do think with the infantry having been right in front of us, that gives me a little bit more pause that they were a little bit more aggressive. So we don't know where they are, but that's the first time I've actually seen them spawn anywhere near the valley. So we are gonna be cautious as we approach. But once the tanks have this locked down, I'll feel a little bit better moving the infantry across the open. But I want the tanks in a position to engage and suppress anybody that fights. All right, I think they're fine moving all the way to the trench. Get these guys in the trench as well. Oh, whoa, whoa, what's going on? Okay, T-34, I missed that. I mean, he doesn't have line of sight on him. I would have liked to kill the tank crew. All right, we are going to smoke this real quick. I probably should have called in the smoke screen like 30 seconds ago since we have arrived, but I'm mostly concerned about them opening up on the infantry and not so much on the armor. But better late than never. All right, smoke screen is developing. Keep going, boys. They are going to be winded, but I want them to just clear the open field. All right. He's got this area kind of covered. Hugh Jorgen's going to come down here and lock down this south approach and the middle trench. And Munat, you are going to go up top as well. Quellis, stop there. You guys are getting close to the mines. Get repositioned. Just like that. All right, they're kind of consolidating again. These guys are making it to the trench without trouble. Oh, what's happening? Oh my gosh. Rambo, what are you doing, bro? You ran into the minefield. Don't do that. Okay. No, stop. Okay. I brought them up here and totally didn't expect them to do that. The last time I brought them through here, I had no trouble getting them to not step on the mines. Kind of glad it was them and not the tank, but kind of annoyed that they did it. All right. Steiner is going to crawl around and see if he can get eyes on. And then whichever one of these two teams, we're going to have them take the ridge. We are going to start mortaring here just because this is where they had troops last time. They haven't shot at us from here, but let's just assume that they are in fact there. All right. Munat, you're going to die, bro. Don't do it. No. Okay. No, he's going to hit it, isn't he? He went over that one. Yep, there we go. Cool. There goes like a third of Munat. Wait, what's going on? Infantry, mortar, and a tank, They got a 120 and the tank. Hold on. All right, well, that was a lucky hit, but let's prioritize the tank. Whoa. Hugh Jorgen's burning. No way. Okay. That's unfortunate. Now we don't have anybody in place to deal with him. I really did not think they were just going to have a tank sitting in the middle of that valley. In the minefield. He's in the minefield. Why would I assume that there's a tank parked inside the minefield? Alright. I got to get anybody to reposition. I hate for Waldo to be the fighting force. That was not his role. But he's the only one in position that can get in on this. And he needs to be careful because he's in the minefield. Alright. Jorge, it's time to get up here. Alright, we got infantry on us. Ah, crap. Alright, he's still obscured from that view. So, engage this infantry for a minute so we don't die. This fell apart rather quickly. It was going okay. Alright, Steiner, I don't know. Move up nice and easy. Rambo, same thing. Like, I don't think he can get an effective shot. It says he's yellow in AT. I don't think that he's going to be able to... No, not even close. He's not going to be able to do that. But if we can get him to put a few rounds onto this mortar and kill whatever guy is left there, I'd be fine with that. That was a good mortar round. Keep crawling. Oh, no. Nope. He sees Steiner. Nope. Smoke. Smoke. All the smoke, guys. And get out of there. Still can't see. Jorge's almost there. Waldo, keep moving down. Like, move down to, I don't know, maybe this ridge to the right. All right. Don't go in the minefield. There's nothing I can do about the tank for a minute anyway. He's going to kill what he's going to kill. Okay. They gave up at a weird point, to be honest, but they did give up. It is a major victory, and we gained control of the area. Operation's over, so that's a net win. But we did lose some people. We lost 9 infantry this time around, and we lost a tank, and we have a damaged tank. We killed 12, wounded 21, and destroyed 5 tanks. So now that's not so bad, but like I did take the casualties I didn't have to take. So I'm really disappointed. I didn't end up getting to use the infantry to capture the flags, which is what I sent them out there for. So it didn't pan out. And like I said, we got a major victory in that operation. So we've got 5 in a row that are major victories. That's pretty awesome itself. And let's see how everybody's doing that we're going to be losing here. These guys are all okay. Brunner and Stransky stayed in the back. Rambo stepped on a mine. And poor Bush, he's not going to make it. Garcia's okay. Quellis did not die somehow. Hey, of all troops, it wasn't him. Munat, 3 KIA. Yikes, including the leader. And then Steiner, we got 2. Oh, no, 3. 2 incapacitations and a KIA. Jorge's okay. Costa's okay. And Marigotis, 1 injury, but doing okay. Graf von Bonhoff, our hero, 2 KIA, 1 wounded. Poor Stifler, who's going to tell his mom? I mean, let's be honest, like who's gonna knuckle down and just be like, you know what, Stifler's mom, we have to have a talk. Somebody's got to do it. Comment down below. Let me know who's taking one for the team. Unfortunately, we also only have 1 survivor from Huge Organ. So that's pretty bad. We lost 2 of our better tank units. Munat has an infantry kill. Steiner has an infantry kill. Jorge has a tank and infantry kill. Costa, tank and 2 infantry kills. Marigotis, only 1 infantry kill. Graf von Bonhoff, 2 tanks. Not bad. Huge Organ, only 3 infantry, so not worth it for the expense of losing the vehicle. Oh, wait, we didn't. We lost Jorge. We did not lose Huge Organ. He dies so often, you know, I'm sorry, that was my bad. No medals besides wound badges. Okay, there we go. We got a war merit with Jorge. Oh, hey, we got a new Iron Cross First Class in Graf von Bonhoff. Graf went in there, risked it, and got recognized for it. So that's a pretty decorated unit. I'm happy with that. I wish we wouldn't have lost him, but I'm happy with that. We are going to move on into the next round. So stay tuned. Let's get another one going. Following Kursk, the German forces were severely depleted, especially in armored vehicles. Russian casualties were even higher, and Wehrmacht intelligence naturally assumed there would be some refit time before the expected Russian counterthrust. This timeout never occurred. Stavka had carefully hoarded reserves in anticipation of a renewed offensive, and in August, these reserves were released in several large-scale offensives. The German front crumbled in the south, and there was soon a headlong race westward to the next defensive barrier, the Dnieper River. Hitler ordered that this line be held at all costs, and even kept a small bridgehead on the east bank of the river contemplating a renewed offensive that never came. The Russian forces launched successive hammer blows against the southern German forces, grabbing bridgeheads of their own and eventually smashing the Dnieper line at Kiev and further south. Hitler's stand fast order left an entire German army on the banks of the Dnieper, flanked both north and south by large Russian forces. Stavka couldn't miss this opportunity, and soon launched a double pincer move to cut off this army, much as it had at Stalingrad. Sudden thaws and rain created a quagmire of mud that nearly halted all offensive operations. Nonetheless, the Germans mounted a rescue effort and managed to get within 20 miles of the encircled troops. Reluctantly, Hitler finally conceded the inevitable and allowed the trapped forces to attempt to rejoin the main German forces. But the order came too late, and the German troops were forced to destroy their heavy equipment and vehicles and make their way out on foot. When the dust cleared, only a small fraction of the original German forces escaped, few with their precious tanks or guns. February 6, 1944. The fighting has left a large salient near Korsun. Your objective is to fight a delaying action against the Bolshevists so reinforcements can be brought forward. You'll command a conf group attached to Group Holer. Use the hills and villages to cover the enemy's routes of attack. Inflict as many casualties as possible while keeping your force intact. Intelligence reports indicate enemy armor. Force their armor off the roads and the mud will help defeat the Bolshevists. There's no guarantee of reinforcements, so be prepared to fight with what you have. Delay the enemy long enough, and victory will be ours. Your command stands between the oncoming Bolshevists and encirclement, but you and your command might not have the firepower to stop the enemy. Your objective is to slow the enemy's advance by destroying some of his tanks. Your command is attached to Group Holer. You have limited resources from which to choose. Whatever you do, make sure you select mobile firepower or weapons you're willing to abandon. AT firepower can be effective, but make sure the teams survive the battle. The hill in the northeast quadrant offers excellent field of fire. The hill just south of the bridge is also a good position, but your resources are too limited to defend both hills. Hit the enemy and then run, keeping your command intact. Remember, your forces will gain strength as you fall back because your supply lines will get shorter. Okay, so totally new map. I would guess that we can't cross the river. It's water, and it's big. So I'm just going to assume the bridge is the only option. But even if not, I don't see them flanking us. So I'm down to hold both of the hills. You know, they're telling me not to. Maybe you guys are going to freak out when I do this. But I kind of like my chances. So we're going to try it and see what happens. All right, so welcome back to reality where we only have 50 points, 2 damaged tanks, and 3 squads that need refit. So not going to happen. Let's get Graf von Bonhoff reset. So that was 30 of them. This is 137. So, okay, Panzer 6B is available. So the Tiger 2's there, but it's 200 points, so that's not a thing. It's also depleted. So we're going to rest Hugh Jorgen. We're not going to upgrade him to a 4J. I think we're just going to keep Waldo in place of Hugh Jorgen right now. We could get 58 out of him, but we can't buy anything for 78 points. We don't have any options that are even really close. The mine roller, but like, I don't even know if there's mines on this battlefield. I didn't see him on there, so I guess there's not, but I don't know if there's anywhere else. But you know what? We need fighting firepower, so that's not going to be it no matter what. So 10 points there, 14 there, and 7, I guess, to upgrade them to Sturmgrenadier 1943. So what I see is that's 17 points, and we can't do anything for Munat. So let's just, I don't know what I'm doing. Refit with that. There we go. And then Steiner also refit for 10. And Munat was 14. Yeah, so we're going to have to do Steiner. Munat's just going to have to deal with it the way it is, missing 3 men. Do we rest him? No, we'll keep him more to the back. I think let's keep the bodies, let's keep the experience going, and we'll get him refit with points in the future. All right. We are going to put our tanks on both the north and south hill, but I am going to keep them kind of out of vision and range or whatever as much as possible. So I'm thinking Stransky up here, and we'll put Brunner down here just because this is kind of a longer hill. They're going to have to be like stretched out more. He's got line of sight up there to the northeast though, so this might be kind of hairball. So we're going to have these guys on defend, all just pointing northeast, ready to engage. And then we'll bring the guys over the hill from the north, pointing towards the southeast to kill anybody that's due east of these guys. So he's actually too high there. That's not going to work. Down the hill. And Costa down the hill. All right. You face northeast, and you can see up. You can't see over. That works. Marigotas. And let's see, Waldo. You know what? Let's do 2 Tigers, and both Brunner and Waldo are Mark IVs, so we'll have 4 tanks down here. But we'll put the extra Mark IV down there, and then we'll do Jorge Castillo and Marigotis up here. That'll only give us 3 up top, but they'll both be Tigers. So we'll have 2 Tigers north, 2 Tigers south, but we'll have 1 extra Mark IV to the south. And then now the infantry situation, I'm thinking, I don't know, this 2-story looks pretty promising, but our mortars are going to have to stay in the back. So let's figure out if maybe Garcia here, and then we need infantry also in the south trench, like just below Brunner. And I actually really like this spot because I think that they'll be hidden, but they'll have full vision of the enemy. And so we're just going to create a layered defense between the mortars since we're going to keep them in the back. So maybe not even here. We might go further north behind this long single story, just like that. And that'll get them direct obstruction from the enemy. I don't really think anybody's ever going to get that far north, but we'll have a chance to move them if we need to. Stone door. Okay, so that's a stone building. That's the floor. Stone wall. That's also a stone building. I'm thinking we put these guys in this building. And they've got green cover. Beautiful. I don't know what they're doing. That's not where they're staying. Red cover. That's not good. I don't know. Not in the trench. They're not going to have a way out of there, right? Because like we're assuming they can't cross the river. What about the destroyed building? Yeah, because it looks concrete-y. So I think that'll work. Stransky, you get on defend as well. And then let's move him actually so that the infantry's in there as well, just for the sake of it. They're all covered. And I guess these guys down here, they just need to be ready to fight. As long as they're not going to get shot in the right flank, I like their chances for whatever's right in front of them. All right. Oh, whoa. 4 tanks and a mortar. 4 tanks and a mortar. Oh, they're already shooting. All right, 76 down. Sherman damaged. Graf von Bonhoff is immobilized. We've lost Graf. Graf von Bonhoff has taken a beating 2 battles in a row. All right, T-70. There's like not even a good way to prioritize these targets. There's 2 Shermans there staring at us. You guys got to get over the hill. Over. We're actually going to get all 3 of them involved. Move up. Costa bailing out. Costa's bailing out. We lost 2 tanks now. We're down Graf and we're down Costa as well. Okay, tank destroyed. Mortar hitting infantry. Another good hit. Not destroyed, but good hit. Nope, it is immobilized though. So the T-70 is burning. The T-43 is immobilized. This Sherman, we got 3 guys targeting. It's now burning. Perfect timing. Now they want their truce, but they're ruining our day, so we're not quite ready to give it to them. I don't want to win right here because we need the points. We need to get the points or we're never going to get these tanks that are broken repaired. 120 damaged. Sherman burning. I mean, this is chaos. This is just mayhem because all their tanks are in one spot. Come on, get that T-34. That should be the easiest thing that you guys have to fight right here. Okay, beautiful. Hit. And Marigotis is mired. They're kind of stuck up there in the mud. Alright, we're spraying infantry. The mortars have been super effective, though. Like, it's been causing havoc on them. I don't know if we can get that guy. Right there, maybe. Nope. Oh, yep, there we go. Alright. I think we're going to end up taking the truce. Things settled down. We need to refit. We got 2 lost tanks, plus we already had 1 lost tank from before. So we're actually now down 3 tanks from the previous battle. And this did end up in a draw. We lost 3 infantry with 4 wounded. We lost 2 tanks. We have a 3rd one damaged. We destroyed 5 tanks. We destroyed a gun. I'm guessing that's the 120 millimeter mortar. And we killed 6 infantry and wounded 9 more. In the soldiers, let's see. Oh no, Rubber Duck was a casualty in Brunner. Stransky's on the up and up. All of our infantry should be good to go. Looks like they're doing fine. Steiner is also fine. Jorge Castillo doing good. Costa, 1 survivor, 2 KIA, 2 incapacitations. And Marigotis, maxed out morale, kind of weak leadership in the loader. I don't know what his deal is. Graf von Bonhoff, 1 injury, but he's just got to work on that. Waldo's fine. Andy's Raiders, Mulligan. Okay. Kills. Stransky's got 2 tanks, 1 soldier. Way to go, Stransky. We're getting some points with that command vehicle. Infantry didn't really do anything, so I don't think we're super concerned there. Jorge Castillo has 1 infantry. Costa has 1 cowardice. He got blown up. Marigotis, 2 infantry, no tanks. Graf von Bonhoff, 2 tanks, no infantry. Hugh Jorgen was sitting it out. Waldo, 1 tank, no infantry. And then both mortars, Mulligan and Andy's Raiders, no kills. Wound badges for everybody. Iron Cross 2nd class right here for Stransky. He got 2 tank kills in that command Mark IV. He showed those boys what was up. Whole bunch of wound badges. War merits. Graf von Bonhoff's getting really, really decorated. Not too bad. That was like a 2-minute battle. So we're going to do it again. We're going to take the next fight, and we're going to keep the same strategy, but we're going to play it a little bit different. We're going to move off of the hill and into the town. Off the southern hill into the town. I like the northern hill. We have 46 points, so it's not great. And all of the command Mark IVs are depleted. So we could have a command Panther, but we don't have the 194 points for it. So Brunner is going to be staying as a command team. We are going to spend the 7 points to get the 2 men. And now we've got 39 points. So let's repair Graf von Bonhoff. That's 11. 28 points. Rest Costa. Repair Muna. Oh, 26. Yeah, we got enough. Let's boost him up to 1943 standards. And that's all we can do with the points that we got. So we're going to have to make do with yet another lost tank and play it a little bit more cautiously. We can't lose another one in this fight. It's going to be detrimental if we do. All right. Same situation. They're all in the back center. So many of them. We got 1 close Sherman. We can't hit him. Uh-oh, they are hitting Jorge. Apparently, even though he couldn't see him, they can see him. You know what? Hold up. Don't back down there. These are T-34s right here. Let's try and drop them. Get our smoke going. So what we're going to do is, like I was saying in the setup, we're going to set this smoke screen, and then we'll roll these tanks out of cover. The only problem is I thought Jorge up there on the hill was going to be safer longer and allow me time to set this up. I did not know they were going to drop a shot on him right at the beginning. All right. Okay, Graf von Bonhoff. Shoot it. Start dropping rounds on that 120. I guess that's the only one. Both mortar teams drop it on the 120. If we could hit that Sherman in the rear while he's driving away. T-34 flame burning. Oh, and I missed the notification. We do have the 122 burning. That must have happened right at the beginning. All right. If we can get him to crest that hill, we need to bring both guns to bear on these guys. There we go, Sherman. Make sure he's set. Now we'll move these guys out. We have the developed smoke screen. Get out from behind the cover. But they have no idea that we're there. That's the thing. They don't know we're there. So I think we have a good chance to start hitting them in the flank or just putting fire on them from another direction and panic the crews. There's an obstruction there. Still an obstruction. Still an obstruction. Obstructions for everyone. Well, I wasn't ready for him to hit that T-34, so we didn't get to see it, but it is dead. Okay, nice. Didn't take any effort to kill that mortar. We won't be able to get the squad, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, that T-34, I don't know why it took him so long to just decide to put it into forward and get the shot down range, but, you know, whatever. Mud. Time to move up just to keep favorable positions for the next fight. So we're going to advance. We're going to take these trenches. I don't know that we're going to actually be able to physically keep them. It might not let us, but I want to make sure that they're not in our lines and we're not pushed back. Because if we could have a little bit more manipulation, it might be okay to spawn infantry right here to watch. I also don't really want them to surrender. Oh, that was our last smoke. That didn't work. I don't want them to surrender, so I don't want to push too aggressively to where they just give up. But I do worry that when we find them, we're just going to find them. Waldo now finally is making the trek down memory lane. He's like, wait, I used to do this, right? You guys used to shoot with me. Like, yeah, bro. Back when you were a mortar, you were called upon every battle. Now, you sit in the back. All right, they're almost there. We're not taking any fire. I don't need the terrain. Maybe I should have just taken a truce. The problem is like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on. Major contact. Shoot, mortar. That's what I was going to say. The problem is we don't know where they are, and if we run into them, we're going to back them into a corner. So we might end up winning this, not even intentionally because I didn't take the truce when I could have. But let's get this squad wiped out real quick. They are kind of close. There we go. What, one more guy? I see one. One more guy. Get him, guys. They're going to get him. You hide in the trench. Alright, so in a way, kind of a bummer, because I did kill that last guy, and that's apparently what they were clinging to. So we are not going to get an extra day of reinforcements. We did end up with a major victory, though, so that's hard to be disappointed with. We lost 0 infantry, 1 wounded, lost 0 tanks, killed 10, and we destroyed 6 more tanks and a mortar. Operationally, we've lost 2 tanks with 1 damaged, but we've killed 11 tanks and 2 120mm mortars. So, as a campaign, a 6th major victory in a row, and we're a quarter of the damage in tanks compared to them. Actually, about a 5th, almost a 5th. But infantry, we're about a 3rd. So, like, we're doing pretty good for the fact that the beginning was very hard for me. It looks like overall, I have turned the corner. I am looking forward to the Russian campaign as it gets closer, but I am starting to realize that we're taking casualties at a rate faster than we're replenishing them. So I'm not exactly sure how this next operation is going to go when we start the next video, but it's going to have to be better, and I can't get so greedy for the kills as much as I'm probably just going to have to take the ceasefire when they offer it regardless, so we can get a few extra days of reinforcements, because I don't know how else we're ever going to get these tanks refit. But we will worry about that in the next one. And for now, click the subscribe button, like the video, and comment down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.